No words can fully express our shock and anger at the brutal assassination of John F. Kennedy. President of the United States since January 1961, his inaugural address combined words of courage, wisdom, and determination, which we now know to have been typical of the man and his administration.
Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike, that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed.
Less than 6 months after taking office, he'd met Mr. Khrushchev. Berlin was an obvious talking point. But in little over a year, he was to call the communist bluff in very different circumstances and very much nearer home. The support and encouragement he received from Mr. Macmillan grew from a mutual respect. Kennedy, the man of action, was most clearly demonstrated when his American armada sailed towards Cuba in October 1962 to counter the Soviet buildup of missile bases on the island. Kennedy made his opinions and his intentions crystal clear.
The purpose of these bases can be none other than to provide a nuclear strike capability against the Western Hemisphere. To regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States, requiring a full retaliatory response upon the Soviet Union.
With the world on the brink, his ultimatum was not thrown back. The Russian climb down, the dismantling of the bases and the removal of the missiles was more than a vindication of courageous policy. The outcome sent a wave of confidence throughout the free world. December 1962, and Macmillan meets him in Nassau and accepts Polaris as the basis of Britain's deterrent. These pictures of a recent demonstration of the missile are among the last pictures of the president before his death. His resolute handling of the Cuba crisis must have confirmed the admiration of the people of Germany. His tour of last summer certainly reaffirmed his popularity and the strength of the alliance.
Our unity was forged in a time of danger. It must be maintained in a time of peace.
The new frontiersman at the frontier of freedom. But the Berlin Wall was one he couldn't cross. The welcome in Ireland, which followed soon afterwards, was a far more intimate affair. This, after all, is the real home of the Kennedys. His grandfather had left County Wexford over 100 years ago. John Kennedy was the first Catholic to be elected to the presidency of the United States. This was his audience with Pope Paul some 6 months before his death. It was in September 1953 that Senator John Kennedy married Jacqueline Lee Bouvier at Newport, Rhode Island. Throughout their 10 years together, throughout the carefree days and the critical ones, Jacqueline has supported her husband as few women could hope to do, as wife, mother, and First Lady. To Jacqueline Kennedy, to all John Kennedy's family, we offer our deepest and most heartfelt sympathy.